So this will be just a day of a crafter, you know. What happens in a day? What kind of things do I do? What do I want to work on? What I don't want to work on? Because sometimes, you know, that happens. The motivation on occasion isn't there, but usually it is as soon as I get up. So this will be what happens in a day for a bookmaker or a crafter. Not staying. Okay. Going to need some glue of some kind. Didn't have a lot of this fabric left, so I don't have much to kind of tuck it in on the inside. Oops. Just to get it going. Let's see if it'll stay. Short again over here. What shall I do with that? I'm gonna have to let it go for now and catch what I can. So we got some over here and then over here. Let's see if we can put glue here and see what happens. Not really staying. So I had a little bit of this fabric left and I really wanted to use it on this. I suppose I should have cut the fabric a little bit, or the this foam thingy here that I'm using as a backing for this cover or filler. Okay, I have a little bit here, so I'm going to get that down. Okay, so I have a little bit left over here, but I will use fabric tack on that and hopefully I'll get that down. On the other side it's not as bad, so I have a little bit more here to play with to get it tucked under. Let's just get it going. to have like a whole bunch left over here, so I gotta watch it how I stretch. I don't need to stretch all of it. Go, go, go. Okay. So I have some fabric down. I like this, I don't know, a sage green, or what you would call this green. I really like it, and it's got some sparkly stripes, but I will probably put something on top of that. But it's very textury because it has some wrinkly spots. And then I also have just some flowers that I will add something to. This one and this one. So each have the green foam backing. And I do have one more, so I'm going to look for fabric for this one and see what happens if I have enough to fit that. So for this last one, I used whatever fabric I had left, and I'm just going to kind of splice it together and see how that looks. So let's see if we can get this edge done here. Ah, looks like my thread came out. That's a part of the day because it's mostly, I believe, my chair. Sorry. Because I was saying my chair is tight against my table in the back. And then as I move my chair back and forth between the machine and the table, it pulls on the thread that I have on the floor. I have the machine on the slower speed just so I can maneuver better. And it doesn't appear that this glue is really holding anything, but let's just try. Not really. But we will start at the top again. I'm going to keep pulling at the fabric to tighten it. Camera is bopping up and down a little bit. Now as I run the machine, the glue will hold a little bit of that down so it's at least flat against the foam. And I'm going to collect all the thread and put it aside for future use. Okay. course, I got more glue on my fingers than anything else. Okay. And I usually have to pull a little bit from the top, because my machine is not so new anymore and it's been used a lot. I did have a teeth replaced once, but still, the machine is not pulling as well as it should. Most of it. One more edge. Over here I have a bit of a gap. Let's see if I can kind of, I will pull it together, but I'm leaving this here to be a bit of a texture. This to kind of cover this little piece here. Okay. Now either I put a little bit ribbon on here, I could do that, yes, because again I wanted to leave this as it is, but over here it's not quite together, so I do need to do something about that. I don't know what kind of ribbon might go with that. There's something like this. Well, it might be okay. Looks like it. So before I go there, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to put this down because I will go on top of that. Put this in zigzag. I don't know if it's going to matter much over here because it is going to be covered. Okay, so that's more firmly down, and should I now flip that up, or no, I think I'll still leave it like that, but I will do the pink part. Okay, that's down. I might as well do the pink piece over here. Let's go this way. And now hopefully the piece of ribbon will bring it all together. Let's see. For that, I'm gonna go switch back to straight stitch and do each side. Hoping it will be straight. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, I think it'll be fine. Put a title or a piece of lace still or something, or leave it as it is fine too. And the back of it. Put my logo on here, and that's what it looks like on the inside. So how many do I have? I have 4. So these ones, I'm going to do the same thing, add some bits to it, whatever I might have left over from something else. So I will continue. So for this one, I'm going to sew in this piece here that I have left over, sort of in the center. And I'm gonna go to one of my other favorite stitches, the wave. Okay, let's see. I do have a bit of a fold here. Let me see if I can fold it backwards, if it might you know, fix it a bit. And if I go really straight with my stitching or tight, still want to end up straight. I have to pull out my thread. this beautiful scalloped edge here. I think it should be good. I do like it. This is how it will look. Very pretty. Now, I do have some of this type of ribbon that now I could put at the very end. Well, not very end, but the end of the middle fabric, like this. I could put a little bit on each side, probably. Or do I want to put it at the edges? I like ribbon at the edge, but I might put it on the inside so it looks more like that. That's pretty, I think. So let's see how much I need for that. About this much. And I usually measure right away for the other side. So for that, I'm gonna go in a little bit more, so about halfway to this little flower, because I don't want it out too much. Oh, I'm gonna put that back to straight stitch. Okay, I like to usually straighten the edges. This is just my cut. I'm not sure yet what I'll do with this, but I will maybe work on it when I'm putting a backing onto the backing. The cover onto the backing, the inside cover. Okay, let's try the other one. Okay. Let's try this one. So I have to watch about halfway. Sorry about that. It's my foot. My foot's getting sore because I like to keep it in an odd position. And then sometimes I actually remember that I'm doing it. And I'm trying to correct it. Okay. So we have that, and I'll see what else I might put on it. I do have some, let me see, some pieces of lace. This one has been, that spray has been used on it, so they're a little bit, I did try to wash it off, but it didn't come out. They're a little bit sturdy or a little bit hard to maneuver. So shall I put it in the middle and then have a little bit on each side? Shall I put it on top here or on top here somewhere? Could put it here. I usually like to put something like up here or something, and then like a button or something else on it. So, but I am going to sew it down, I think, because it is quite, let me see. Now, is this the front or is this the front? Which one is the front? I guess this one with more flowers. So I'm going to leave it a little bit free here on the edges, and then I'm going to sew in the middle. So whatever I put on top of it, the sewing won't really show. Yeah, it's like popping. It's so rigid. Don't necessarily have to go in a circle. I could have, I guess, just went across back and forth. But okay, it's probably enough to just hold it down, and that's what I will cover anyways. I should have moved it lower maybe to cover this, but not necessarily. Not necessarily, because I might still put a title right here. I like doing titles. I'm trying not to do titles, but I always seem to want to call it something. You know, like, you know, Bethany, Celeste, Julia, or something. Josephine, which I sold already. Josephine, my mom's name. So I'm going to put this aside and see what I'll do with the others. On this one, I found this beautiful ribbon that I've not used yet, and I'm finally going to use it. Sometimes I really can't tell which is front, which is back. But I'm going to put it almost like in the middle, kind of, so I can use it as a belly band as well. So I'm just gonna, for these I just need to sew the edge. And then the edge over here. Now, I don't want it to be really off, and it looks off right now. So I'm going to measure. What do I have here? I have about almost exactly 4 inches. And this one, see, it's a little bit more, so 4 inches, let me just double check. Yes, more like, well, 4 inches and a quarter. So 4 inches and a quarter at the edge here. Just a little bit more, not too much. It looks like it was pretty good. And what do I have in the middle? 4 1/4. Okay. So I want it to be tight because, you know, ribbons, they like to go loose, hang loose. Now I don't want to leave it and use it on the other side, but I think because there's nothing on this side, I will just cut it. Okay, so that's already quite pretty. Let me see over here as far as it looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit off, but not much. Now sometimes I also sew it in the center just to stay put a little bit more, because when you open it then it becomes loose, right? I'm gonna see that because I can still glue it as well. Now, do I want to put anything else in here? Do I want to use these here as well? Or something more beige-ish? Let me just find something more beige-ish. Okay, I cleaned up here a little bit. I did find something more beige that I acquired or bought somewhere recently. And so for this one, I don't think I will put any ribbon on the edge, since now it has a big ribbon here, and I can always put the ribbon, if I still want ribbon to stick out here, on the actual, on a page. So let's see, what might we have here? I'm just going to cut off a bit and see what I might do with it. Not sure if I need a bigger piece or not. I can always then cut it again and use it on the back side, as I usually like to put something on the back that ties in with the front. This is a beautiful piece of embroidery, doily. Okay, so for this one, do you want to go across like that? I mean, it's an idea, right? Look how nice it looks over here. Probably should have just a tiny bit bigger, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary. And I could possibly stretch it a little bit more. So that's one option. Otherwise, only in the front, on the top. I think if it goes on the top like this, that I might want to have it at the back as well. So, but then we have this running right through, so we don't want that, or at least I don't want that. So let's see, what else do I want to just cut a piece and put it in the corner, put it in the middle, or cut two pieces and just put a little bit here and a little bit there. So that's another option, I think. So there's just a little bit. But I tend to go, I think, with, if I can get this in the middle, would be nice. And I wish I cut it a little bit longer. I mean, I could cut another piece, I suppose, so that it's more like that. And it doesn't look like it's kind of just petered off. Or just put it in the middle and stretch it a bit. In the back, it doesn't necessarily have to. I mean, this is more of a vintage journal. Some pieces may have torn off. Doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be perfect, like you just bought it in a store. I think for me, I want it to look more like I've had it for a while. And it's my, you know, my favorite journal. Mind you, they're all my favorite journals, but so that's the dilemma now. Do I cut a new piece or do I use this one as is? Because I could still put something else over there too, I suppose. There is this piece. that I could add to it, just to kind of fill it in a little bit. Would that be okay? Suppose it could be. Just which way to put it. Do I go straight? Maybe go straight. That is the dilemma. I'm thinking more like this because the other ones are kind of scallopy. Now these, I might cut off these that are just kind of hanging. Okay, I really want to use this piece as is. So, going to measure and see whereabouts the middle is. I don't want too much of it in the front either because then it will hamper the belly band. So, I'm going to kind of put that in first. Yeah, let's put in the small piece first. Now, yeah, I think it might be okay like this. Okay, I actually have a little bit left over on the bottom of the beige one, but it's fine. Now this is going to take, if I sew right through it, then this will make this pocket quite small. I might go back a little bit and then I'll have to glue these things down. Okay, these will get glued on top of this. I will get to that. And now when I go like this, it does look like I've, you know, kind of, I'll call it collaged. I collaged it up here. Or that I ran out of this piece of lace, but I think it's okay. There we go. So this one's going to have a belly band here. It does seem kind of loose, so I'm still going to have to, possibly I could sew it in the middle and then put two narrow tags inside. I could do that, or I will glue it if necessary. It depends what I put. If I put a little notebook, maybe it might be okay. Possibly could have been tighter here. See? But it's not enough for me to sew over it again, so I'm just gonna have to do with it however it is. And I might also glue these pieces down later. So for this last one here, these are the pieces I have left over, and I do want to use them somewhere. So I'm going to put kind of half and half. I don't know if I want these on the top. I'm thinking more like on the bottom, so it's flush with the spine I have now. And then I'll see if I might put ribbon on top or something. But then I have this piece, and I was thinking of putting that across, and then this piece, which is from the green fabric. Which way do I want it? And I might put a title frame then on top of that. So I'm just going to nail this down. Put zigzag for that. And hopefully it'll be sort of straight. Something's always snagging me from the back. Let's see. I can't seem to get it. Let's see. Okay. So I want it to look like it's collaged also. Oh, wait, I want to go a little bit lower. I shouldn't have the phone right. Okay. Now my video went off, but hopefully at least it won't be moving and stuff. I hope this is sorta straight. Let's find out before I nail sew the rest of it down. Now this went down a little bit, so I might trim it or I might leave it. So let's see, here is about 1.25 inches and 1.25 inches. So I think it's good. I think it's pretty straight. So then I can put a frame, either a large one or a small one will go right there with the title. So that's good. I like that. And we'll see what else we might add to it. I might sew over here with a straight stitch to go right around. Yeah, so here you can see that it's lopsided a little bit. So I'm going to sew a little bit lower, and then I can trim it always if I really feel like it needs to. It needs to be cut off. Or I just might leave it. This one here that's kind of going upwards, I might cut that off. If my scissors will even go in there. Yeah, that's better. I don't want it to be sticking up too much. This is okay a little bit. Oh, I have this piece also, right? Okay, we're good there. So now when it's folded, there's a spot. It's not in the center, doesn't need to be. And that's for the title. And then in the back we just have, this one almost actually, I wanted it to look different, but it almost goes right in with this flower here. But anyhow, it's got a bit over here, and then I'll put my logo on the bottom for the back. So I'm not worried too much for the back, but do I want to do anything with it in the front? Do I want to put any kind of lace or anything still? Don't want that around. Don't want to cover this flower too much. So, I don't know, this is completely white, but then it could be okay, I suppose. I don't know. Of course, to each his own. Everybody's gonna, you know, somebody's gonna love it and somebody's gonna maybe hate it. Or do I want to go with the green again? Do I want to put more greenish? Let's see that. Probably the greenish. Put this one on the outside. Because it is like a summery, frilly kind of journal. But I can turn that into a dark journal very quickly. Yeah, I'm thinking that. So, let's put a ribbon on it. Put a ribbon on it, on this one. So a couple will have ribbon and a couple don't. Now I haven't sewn through this. I've sewn through the others. Oh, interesting. I forgot that one. But I will put this one, instead of putting it on the inside, I'm going to put it on the outside. Okay. Don't want it too much at the edge. As I said, I like the ribbons at the edge, and I literally have to hold myself back from putting it on every single journal. I have to remind myself, no, it's not necessary every time. They can be different. Okay, I'm going a little bit too far up. Okay. Okay, so this color goes very nicely with these down here. Okay, so we've done some covers. We'll just get the others. Oops. There, these ones. I'm going to tuck it in. Will it stay? No, it's a little bit too big. I'll tuck it in here. And these two. We got 2 over here. 3, 4 covers that are halfway done. And more work to do for the closures, for the inside, for some pockets, and so on. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. It's Rosie at RoseByNameCo. Take care. Bye-bye.